throne not for you. Harry shed tears as King Charles and 24 British dukes removed Duke from royal succession list. The dukes, whose hereditary titles trace their lineage back for centuries, arrived with a unified message. Harry's time as a member of the royal family has come to an end. In a dramatic move that sent shockwaves through the British establishment, they submitted a formal petition to the Privy Council, demanding the stripping of Harry's dukedom and the removal of his place in the royal succession. This is no petty quarrel between nobles. The dukes argue that Harry's repeated breaches of royal protocol, his tell-all memoirs and his outspoken criticisms of the monarchy have irrevocably tarnished the institution that they've sworn to uphold. For them, allowing Harry to retain his titles and position is an unacceptable affront that undermines the very fabric of the British Constitution. Harry's marriage to American actress Meghan Markle in 2018 only amplified tensions within the royal household. The couple's decision to step back from their senior royal duties in 2020, citing a desire for greater privacy and independence, sent shockwaves through the establishment. The subsequent interview with Oprah Winfrey, in which they levelled allegations of racism and lack of support within the palace, further strained relations. Despite efforts by the Queen and Prince Charles to mend the rift, Harry and Meghan's continued criticism of the monarchy and their relocation to California only widened the chasm. Harry's tell-all memoir Spare, which delved into personal dramas and jealousies within the royal family, was the final straw for many. The book's salacious revelations and Harry's unapologetic stance enraged traditionalists, who saw it as a betrayal of the family's sacred trust. The dukes argue that Harry's actions have not only damaged the reputation of the monarchy, but have also undermined the delicate balance of power that sustained the British Constitution for centuries. They contend that by removing his title and status, they can restore the integrity of the institution and send a clear message that such behaviour will not be tolerated. As the Duke's petition makes its way to the Privy Council, the royal household find itself in a precarious position. On the one hand, the Queen and Prince Charles are keenly aware of the damage Harry's actions have inflicted on the monarchy's reputation. They recognise the growing public sentiment that views Harry as a disruptive force that must be reined in. However, stripping a royal of their titles is an extraordinarily rare and fraught undertaking, one that risks further fracturing the already fragile unity of the House of Windsor. The Queen, in the twilight of her reign, is reluctant to preside over such a dramatic family feud, fearful that it could undermine the stability of the monarchy that she's worked tirelessly to uphold. Prince Charles, poised to ascend the throne, faces an even more delicate calculus. While he shares the Duke's concerns about Harry's behaviour, he's also mindful of the potential consequences of capitulating to their demands. Alienating his own son could have lasting repercussions for the future of the crown, potentially sowing the seeds of lasting discord within the royal family. As the Privy Council deliberates, the palace's communications teams working overtime to manage the public relations fallout. Advisors warn that stripping Harry of his titles could spark a backlash from the younger generation, who've increasingly expressed sympathy for the renegade prince's quest for personal freedom. However, capitulating to the Duke's demands could also unleash a Pandora's box of unintended consequences. A royal family divided against itself, with one of its own cast out, could undermine the monarchy's sacred mystique and erode public trust in the institution. In an era of growing Republican sentiment, such a dramatic fall from grace could embolden those who seek to abolish the monarchy altogether. As the nation watches with bated breath, the future of the House of Windsor hangs in the balance. The Duke's revolt has thrown down the gauntlet, challenging the monarchy to either reassert its authority or risk being relegated to the annals of history. The coming days and weeks will determine whether the crown can weather this storm, or if the unthinkable, the end of the British monarchy as we know it, is now a very real possibility.